So Titans is back, baby. All right. So Titans season 4 is here. The first 2 episodes were released by HBO Max. And if you've never seen this show, or if you got in, we're in season 4 now. But season 1 was me and Matt being the only 2 people with a DC Universe access code, and being like one of the only 10 people who watched that very first kind of run of those DC shows on DC Universe. That's how long we've been repping for Titans. And so we've been in with Titans since the beginning. And like I said, it was us and the 6 other people coming to this podcast who saw the show to kind of figure it out, because the biggest thing we'd always get is, so how do I watch this without DC Universe?
Yeah, that was the biggest question.
That was always the biggest question, right?
How do I watch this?
How do I watch this? No, I'm not doing DC Universe. How do I watch this?
How do I watch this?
Oh, man. So we're back for season 4. And right off the bat, I mean, I love, just first of all, if you remember how it started on DC Universe and the budgets they had, like the production of this show just gets better and better and better and better every year. And you can always tell by Anna Diop's look at Starfire. They gave her some rough wigs in the beginning. This was before, a lot of the social. There were a lot of just rough wiggings back then. But she looks great. Nightwing, the effects, the fights, all that stuff looks great in this, even on a TV budget. So shout out to Titans for getting that budget, even though they do the clever dodges of Beast Boy stuff.
Yeah,
dodge that Beast Boy.
He's expensive, man.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
It is, but like that whole destruction sequence where you just see it afterwards. Yeah. They Tyrion Lannistered that whole thing. Like, oh, did the battle happen? Like, oh, but, still good. And there was this season 4 premiere introduced a new version of Lex Luthor, which is a big deal anytime you're bringing a take on Lex.
Titus Welliver, man.
Oh yeah.
And, they did a great job on it. I know, Matt, you're bursting at the seams to talk. I'm not going to keep talking.
No. I was actually gonna say, when you mentioned the budget thing of like Beast Boy, like not showing that, it was so they could pay for the snakes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Titans is a little hardcore this season with the snakes and stuff coming out of everybody's mouth, though. That's like one of those things I don't need to see. That's the part of Alien, like where I cover my eyes because I don't like the body horror stuff. But it was great. And like I said, Titus Welliver as Lex Luthor.
Man. Bosch.
Wait, that was Titus Welliver?
Yeah, Bosch, man. Which, by the way, you should totally check. You should totally check the website later because I have an interview with him.
He looks
and we will talk all about
that. I recognize Titus Welliver like everywhere. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Bosch, like all that other stuff he did. Deadwood, Sons of Anarchy. But like I did not recognize him here.
Yeah, he did. Like he's so good. But also,
no wonder
he is
good.
That was a great conversation to talk to him because he is like a huge comics fan. He's a huge DC fan. Dude has like Marv Wolfman, like Titans, like on his shelf and stuff, right? So like he wanted this role. Like the story behind that is great. So you should check that later. So before I go off on a fun rant, Janelle, because I know you were actually the one that when we were like, oh hey, you want to jump into Titans? Like you were like, you binged it. You just went.
Oh yeah, I went
all the way to the end for last season. So
yep.
Into this first 2 episodes, what do you think?
I think that the trailer does not even do it justice. Like, I feel like the trailer didn't excite me very much. And when I tried to I tried to get my husband to watch the show with me, I was like, you can jump in on this season. You're fine. And we watched the trailer. He wasn't about it.
Yeah.
And then when I actually started watching these episodes, it felt like the stakes were really, really high. Everything was super believable in a superhero way, obviously.
Yeah.
And really, really well done. That's the one thing I want to say is like, I really feel like you could jump in here because they're starting in like a whole different city. Mm-hmm. And like, you don't really have to know these characters all the way through and through. I really feel like you could watch this from start. It feels different. Like this, it's a shift, obviously. And I like how they're trying to add like synths to make it kind of Stranger Things-y in like certain music parts. The costumes are fantastic. Everyone just does such a great job. And shout out to anyone who watched Vampire Diaries. Klaus is in this and he's still pretty.
Yeah. I actually think you bring up a good point in that this is actually a great launching point. Like if you are, yes, you'll have some questions, but those questions might just get you to kind of go catch up on some recap clips or something. Right. this is actually a really good starting point because not only are we starting in a new city, not only are we bringing in like Lex Luthor has never been in the show before. That's a brand new character for this universe. But then also we're dealing with the supernatural. We're dealing with magic, and we really haven't dealt with kind of as dark a theme as this one since the first season. Like this is really kind of a callback to that original season, which was grittier and darker than some of the other ended up being. And there's some very horror aspects to this, which you're seeing teases of here. But like, there's some. I was not prepared for those snake scenes. I was not prepared.
I was
not
expecting.
Even though they've happened, a version of them has happened in the comics, but it was actually like the other way around. But like, still, like it was just. I was not expecting them to go there. Yeah, they look really good.
Yeah.
In a completely gross out way. I will say also, I just Corey has become one of my favorite characters in this show.
And that's great.
She's amazing here. There's
all those haters from the beginning.
Tim Drake.
Great. Did you get the little nod about Tim?
Yeah. And he gets his bow staff, but like I just love the back and forth between him and Dick, because he's like, oh my God, do I get to be Robin?
What you talking about?
I get to be Robin? And he's like, dude, you've been a Titan for 5 minutes. Like, no.
Like, you got the little lab guy's number. I was like, you guys go. And I was like, okay.
And then what's awesome too is that the acknowledgement of that in the bus, because they're all like, what? Everyone else is also in on it of like, hey, it's great. And it just feels so natural, and it's not forced, and it's just fun. This show, this season, they're doing some darker stuff. Welliver is great as Lex. I really like what they're doing. I will say I've had a chance to watch some of the other episodes. Episode 3, people are gonna have there's gonna be like it's been advertised in this trailer. Like Jinx is in this show.
Yeah.
People are gonna come away with like that character is going to become a fan favorite very, very, very quickly. And it's just superb. So I'm excited for people to see some of those things. I've enjoyed this, man. I really love Titans. Like,
and can we talk about, the Titans crew, also this cast, man. Talk about the fit. They've been all looking fit since season 1. Everybody's looking tight, smoothed out, tanned out, looking good. And I was just like, because I noticed, I was like, wait, who is this? I was like, did they replace Raven? And I looked up, I was like, oh no, that girl just got much older than when this show started. I was like, everybody's
and we see it in the trailer too, like some of the, like she goes through a lot of they've done a lot of really just great work as far as them as characters, and also their suits, and they just look.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, they look like heroes, man. Yeah,
they look chiseled, tan, hairstyles are on point. None of this was in season 1. Everything was a little bit rougher cosplay style. Now this looks like the production is great. Everybody looks great. Titans cast is killing it.
So I'm super hyped, man.
And they're so just tight knit and used to these characters now.
Nightwing is phenomenal.
Yeah, all of them together is just so much fun.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And Anna Diab's Coriander is she's just leading.
So good.
There's a scene with her and Luthor that, like, if you haven't watched it yet, like, you're gonna like, it's so good. It sets the setting for both characters so well in that scene. And there's another great moment.
That was like it was right
forward.
up there with whatchamacallit, Black Widow and Loki, that Coriander and Lex scene.
Yeah, it's so good. So Titans. Watch Titans, man.
Yeah, HBO Max. There's a reason to watch HBO Max. We just gave you one.